Hello everyone,
Hello.
This is GigaBash. So for those who is not familiar with GigaBash, GigaBash is an arena warrior game which featuring giant monster heroes battling in exotic places. So it's all about giant monster fantasy. So if you like giant monster fantasy, this is the game for you. Right, so in this video we'll be reviewing our new character, giant steel monster, Scorra. We call it Scorra. And we'll be talking about this new character and its abilities, and we'll be playing this character later so that you guys can see this character in action and in the actual gameplay. So let's get started.
Why did we decide on coming out with Scorra?
And initially, we have a few options for this character. We thought that it could be a crab giant monster, and also
Or a hermit crab.
a hermit crab.
Yeah, we can explore. Yeah. We wanted to also incorporate some kind of an insect type monster as well. But we end up not doing an insect, but a mollusk instead, like a slug. Because we felt that that's a little bit more interesting or not as usual. You don't see it as usual in terms of being a giant monster. And I mean, in real life, a snail is also a little bit more. I mean, it's very unassuming. They always get stepped on, and they are not the predatorial type. That's why we kind of felt that it's interesting to take that and do a twist on it, to make it a scary monster instead.
Secondly, we want to design a character that is not a humanoid monster, as we already have 4 humanoid monster or hero in our character roster so far. So it will be interesting to see a different body shape of giant monster fighting against the current monster we have right now.
So this is Scorra. You can see that it has 4 eyes, which are actually fangs to attack. So he's essentially using his eyes transform into fangs when he's about to attack. And on his back, there's actually a giant skull, which is actually one of his previous mortal enemy that he killed, and he's wearing it as a trophy. But the skull itself is not actually dead. It's still kind of powered some sort of energy. And of all the characters, the Scorra is actually is the slowest character there is, right? It's actually the slowest character in terms of speed, moving speed. But it's still faster than an actual snail, because if not, it will not be playable. Yeah. So Scorra's attack consists of using his basic attack is using his 4 eyes, or claws actually. It transforms into a claw when it's attacking, and you can chain attack. And if you press the buttons a few more times, and if you hold his attack, you can charge up his claw attack and unleash a devastating claw attack that kind of spreads out and can attack multiple people at once.
For Scorra special abilities, because we want Scorra to be a tricky monster, so we have designed a few special abilities so that it can help him to keep him distance from the enemy, and also at the same time arrest enemy from far. So one of the special ability we have for Scorra is you can actually release the skull, and the skull will chase down the enemy around you. And the skull actually moves pretty fast. You can't really run away from it unless you jump over it. So one of the mechanics we have is if the Scorra in danger, you can actually call it back, and it will protect you from being hurt by the other enemy. fact that you actually can throw the skull at the enemy, and you explode, you deal acid damage, and then one of the mechanic we have is actually you can leave the skull on the map, and if the player doesn't notice it, when they approach it, you can actually trigger the explosion and shock them.
So all in all, Scorra is a pretty sneaky character, I would say.
Yeah.
It's best to kind of keep a distance from other monsters and just use your skull, use your attack to kind of harass people.
So another special ability that Scorra has is actually you move faster and attack faster when you're not carrying the skull. And at this moment, actually, you can change your playstyle to be more aggressive, so that you can take advantage of it. And we might be surprised by the new speed you have.
Well, you are without your skull, you can't actually block, right?
Yeah, it's one of the downside of it. So without the skull, you can't actually block.
Quite vulnerable.
Yeah. Another downside of it is without the skull, enemy can actually pick up the skull and throw it at you and damage you. So you have to be really, really careful when you don't have the skull.
Can someone recall the skull when
No, you cannot.
You can't?
You can't trigger the explosion, or you can't call it back. So,
Scorra's ultimate attack, he regurgitates acid poison around him, and it will trap any players or any monsters around him, and slowing them down, causing poison damage over time. And it actually seeps across all buildings. So if you're standing like in between buildings or structures, then it will be a little bit harder for you to get away.
yeah.
Okay, let's have a full match. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Nice. Thanks guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed watching our explanation video introduction of this new character. Stay tuned for more review. Obviously this is still in development, so there's still things that we want to improve and fix up. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you're interested to learn more about the development process and upcoming updates and reviews, please follow us at all the social media links that is on screen right now. And hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, we'll be reviewing a new character next month, so please stay tuned.